Hi there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Josh Mansfield, a teacher with the Demon, and with me is Nathan Fox, one of the founders of LSATdemon.com and the weekly podcast Thinking LSAT. Nate, today our first email is going to be from Luna. Subject is, should I get greedy?
Hello, I just got my April LSAT back. It was a 176. I'm super grateful and thrilled, but considering that my recent PTs and combined sections have been in the 175 to 180 range, with many at the top end, I'm wondering if I should get greedy. My goal is to maximize full or close to full ride offers at the best possible schools. I'm already signed up for June, but I've had multiple people warn me against retaking. They say trying to improve on a 176 could make me look neurotic, cause schools to question my judgment, and wouldn't make a significant difference. They also say lower ranked schools might see a retake as a sign I'm only interested in schools at the very top and would be more likely to yield protect. What do you think? Should I retake? I seriously can't thank you enough for the podcasts and the demon. You've changed my life. Thank you, Luna. I'm curious, Josh. I know how I would answer this, but I am curious how a newer LSAT teacher might approach Luna's question.
Yeah. My answer, Luna says that she's interested in the top schools. And so there is diminishing. I know that we've talked about the fact that there's diminishing returns as you get north of the 170 or the 75th percentile. So once you're above a school's 75th percentile LSAT score, you can only get so much more out of it, and being above that doesn't make so much of a difference. Um, the counterpoint to that is if you're competing at, she says the top law schools, Harvard, Yale, Stanford, a 176 and a 178 can be like worlds of difference for you as an applicant. And so if she is ranging from 175 to 180, this is her first attempt, and it's not changing her admission cycle at all because she's going to take it in June and heck wants to take it in August. Given that there's a plus or minus 3-point variance on any given test, I think there's a good chance that Luna could score a 178 or a 179 if she were to take this again.
Well, she's already done it on a ton of practice tests, right?
Yeah.
To me, there's no question that she has the ability to do it. It seems like it would be inevitable if she were to retake it in June and maybe also August. Wait, is there a July test this year?
No July test, I don't
No
think.
July test. So it's just June and August this year. Okay.
Yeah.
So if she were to take it in June and or August, I would say that it sounds to me like it's at least 50-50 that she's going to score higher than her 176 that's on record. And if you are actually talking about the best school you can get into, perennial #1 ranked law school is Yale.
Mm-hmm.
Their median LSAT last year was 174, and their 75th percentile LSAT was 177. So, Luna, right now, you're not even at Yale's 75th percentile. I don't know who's telling you not to retake, but I wouldn't tell you to retake. Ben Olsen wouldn't. Sorry, I wouldn't tell you not to retake. Ben Olsen wouldn't tell you not to retake. Josh isn't going to tell you not to retake. I just don't see any reason here. You know you can do better. Law schools are only going to care about your highest score. Worrying about yield protection is just so foolish. It's just so ridiculous because they don't outright deny you anyway. They might waitlist you. And if there was some school that you're really interested in, you get in touch with them and you say, hey, wait a second, my numbers are really good. I'm very curious why I didn't get into your school. I'm seriously interested in attending your school. How do I get off this wait list? And, they can still say no, but they could also then take another look and go, oh, yeah, well, we were going to yield protect her because we didn't think she was actually interested. But here she is responding to our wait list, and she's got these crazy numbers. I just don't know why anybody would worry about that yield. They're only yield protecting you because they think that you're going to have a better offer somewhere else.
Well, and the other thing I think is odd is if they look and they go, oh, she had a 176 and then she went and retook and she got a 178. She clearly has aspirations at the top law school. So if we want her at
Right. Yeah.
Vanderbilt, we're going to have to offer her a lot of money because she probably has an offer from Yale. So we need to offer her a lot of money so she can come
Yeah.
here for free. That like that's how they're going to yield protect is just by giving you more money, and that's the goal. So
Yeah.
I think the advice to not retake, given that you are like at the lower end of your range, crazy.
Yeah. Who is giving you that advice? I mean, just look, law schools only care about your highest score. If you think you can score higher, if your practice test scores clearly indicate that you can score higher, yeah, like Josh said, you scored near the bottom of your range. You're clearly good at the test. Seems like you're enjoying it. Why not take it again, get a couple more points, move above Yale's 75th percentile? Who gives a shit if Vanderbilt yield protects you? Because you're now opening the door to Harvard, Stanford, Yale, Chicago, etc.
Right.
Like, I don't care about those.
Right.
Like, worrying about the schools that are going to deny you because they know you're too good for them. Yeah, who cares? You're too good for those schools. Why would you be worried about that? Um, I want to point out one thing specifically here, which
Okay.
is these people who are warning her against retaking say that it might make her look neurotic. Have you ever met a lawyer? Have you ever met a good lawyer? That's exactly what you want is a neurotic lawyer. You want a
Yeah.
lawyer who is
Yeah.
deathly afraid of losing your case. You
Yeah.
want a lawyer who is going to dot every I, cross every T, quadruple check everything. That's how people win. You win by being neurotic. Neurotic is not, you say neurotic, I say detail oriented.
Right.
And
Driven,
yeah,
goal motivated, goal oriented. Like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
knows her worth.
yeah.
And
Like,
oh, by the way, had a 178 highest score instead of a 176.
yeah,
And by the way, you've got 179s and 180s in your range. Like, all else equal, maybe they do prefer somebody who took a 176 and said, I'm good, to somebody who got a 176, retook it, and got another 176 or a 175 or a 174 or whatever. Maybe they give a shit. I don't think they do, but maybe theoretically they could. But they do not prefer somebody who took it once and got a 176 to somebody who took it again and got a 178.
yeah, yeah.
That is just
That
not
one
what? What are you
we're
talking
confident
about?
about. Yeah,
The 178 is what goes into their index calculation. The 178 is what they report to the American Bar Association.
uh-huh.
They only care really about your highest score. And Luna, you just don't look like somebody who's going to take it again and score lower. Not only that, but even if you did, you could probably just take it again and score higher. So I just don't understand the argument for not retaking it here.
I don't either. One thing to add, Luna, 176. We'd love to have you come work for us at the Demon, especially if you're
Hmm.
continuing that LSAT journey. Come over, come teach. I definitely like. I got better at this test when I started teaching it, and I have been tempted to want to retake it just because I want to see what I could do. Come teach, Luna. It's the best LSAT prep that you can get before June and August. So
Yeah, that's
always hiring students.
lsat.link/apply, Luna, if you would like to take us up on that offer. We have volunteer positions where you can trade some of your hours on the Ask Button team for a free Demon Live account. We also have many paid positions for teachers. You need an official score for that, but you've already got your official score.
Yep.
So yeah, you're eligible for many different opportunities at LSAT Demon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luna, for writing in. Please email daily@lsatdemon.com if you would like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.